Welcome to this video about the Joker character and the psychological problems of the ego. In the movie, The Dark Knight, the Joker famously asked Batman, "Why so serious?" This question not only revealed the Joker's twisted sense of humor, but also hinted at the deeper philosophical theme of the movie, namely, the conflict between order and chaos, reason and madness, good and evil. In this video, we will explore the Joker's psyche and his role as a symbol of the human condition, using the wisdom of philosophy and psychology. Quotes, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Ralph Waldo Emerson. This quote captures the essence of the Joker's rebellion against the social norms and expectations that he despises. The Joker refuses to conform to any moral or ethical code, and instead embraces his own madness as a form of self-expression and liberation. Man is a thinking reed, but his great works are done when he is not calculating and thinking. Blaise Pascal. This quote highlights the paradox of the Joker's creativity and destructiveness. The Joker is a mastermind who can outsmart even Batman, but his genius is fueled by his irrationality and unpredictability, which make him a dangerous and nihilistic force. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Carl Jung. This quote illuminates the psychological insight that the Joker provides, not only as a mirror of our own shadow, but also as a catalyst for our own transformation. The Joker exposes the flaws and contradictions of the society that produces him, but also reveals the limitations and biases of our own perception and judgment. Psychological analysis. The Joker can be seen as a manifestation of the collective unconscious, according to the Jungian theory of archetypes. The Joker represents the trickster archetype, which embodies the chaotic and subversive aspects of the psyche that challenge the status quo and disrupt the social order. The trickster is both a jester and a sage, a clown and a shaman, who uses humor and irony to expose the illusions and delusions of the ego and awaken the deeper wisdom and intuition of the self. The Joker can also be interpreted as a symbol of the Taoist concept of Wu Wei, which means non-doing or effortless action. The Joker seems to act spontaneously and impulsively, without any plan or purpose, but in fact, he is following the flow of the universe and the natural order of things. The Joker is like a force of nature that cannot be controlled or predicted, but only accepted and integrated into the balance of yin and yang. The Joker can also be analyzed from the perspective of Zen Buddhism, which emphasizes the practice of mindfulness and detachment from the ego. The Joker is like a Zen master who challenges his students to let go of their attachments and expectations, and embrace the emptiness and impermanence of existence. The Joker teaches us that life is a game, a joke, a dance, and that the only way to enjoy it is to play along, without taking it too seriously or too lightly. So what do the bad guys like the Joker have in common? They have a sense of humor, a sense of purpose, and a sense of identity that transcends the conventional morality and values of the society. They also have a sense of loneliness, a sense of alienation, and a sense of pain that comes from feeling misunderstood, rejected, or oppressed by the social norms and conventions. The bad guys like the Joker are not born evil, but they become so through their own experiences of suffering and injustice, which fuel their resentment and anger. However, the bad guys like the Joker also have the potential to transform themselves and others, through their creativity and insight. They can inspire us to question our assumptions and beliefs, and to appreciate the diversity and complexity of the human experience. They can also warn us about the dangers of hubris and complacency, and remind us of the fragility and preciousness of life. The Joker character is not just a villain, but a symbol of the human psyche and the human condition. He represents the dark side of ourselves that we often try to deny, suppress, or project onto others. He also represents the light side of ourselves that we often forget, neglect, or undervalue. By exploring the Joker's psychology and philosophy, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, and cultivate a more compassionate and wise perspective on life. As an actor, one can use the method acting approach to embody the Joker's character, and explore his psychology in a more experimental and empathic way. Method acting involves immersing oneself in the emotional and physical reality of the character, and using one's own memories, senses, and imagination to create a truthful and convincing performance. To play the Joker, an actor may need to tap into his or her own inner demons and fears, and channel them into the character's twisted humor and madness. The actor may also need to study the history of clowning, comedy, and tragedy, and incorporate different styles and techniques into the character's performance. The actor may also need to collaborate with the director, the writer, and the rest of the cast and crew, to create a cohesive and compelling vision of the story. Ultimately, whether we watch the Joker on screen or play him on stage, we can use his character as a mirror and a challenge, to reflect on our own struggles and aspirations, and to explore the deeper questions of existence. Is life meaningful or meaningless? Is there such a thing as good or evil? Can we find happiness and peace in a world full of suffering and chaos? The Joker may not have the answers to these questions, but he can help us ask them in a more provocative and profound way.